And Sandy Alcantara, what do you think we should do with Sandy Alcantara, Eric?
He's the one everybody wants to drop.
And what do
Everybody
you
has
want to do?
said, "Have you given up on him?" No, I'm not. I'm holding. James and I talked about this on the Q&A today. I'm holding
Imagine
Sandy
so.
Alcantara. I think early on in spring, if you were drafting in the early stages of March, I think he was drafted probably too high because his first spring training appearances looked really good in 2 inning spurts. And I think that too many of us got caught up in the like, we may get 80% of Sandy Alcantara right away. And we were fully in on that. And I'm saying we because there are 2 leagues where I got him where I think I would not have drafted him had the draft been 3 weeks later. Not because I don't want him, but because I wound up ranking him in like my mid 40s, but I drafted him in like SP 35 or something because that's where I had him at the time of the draft. The velocity was up 1.5 miles today on the sinker. So
really?
the velocity today on the sinker, he sat 98.2 miles an hour.
Whoo-wee! On the sinker, not the four-seamer.
And the four-seamer was up 0.3 miles an hour, but the sinker was 97.7. Sorry, the four-seamer was 97.7. The sinker was 98.2. So that's getting closer to the Sandy Alcantara. We know he wasn't that far off to begin with. The whiff rates on some of the other pitches, on the curveball, the slider, the changeup, they were like kind of similar to what we've seen in the past, a little bit down, but nothing drastic. Tonight against the Dodgers, 11 whiffs on 47 swings for a 23% whiff rate isn't all that bad. The command was the biggest issue, but again, he's coming off of Tommy John surgery, so we knew that command was going to be an issue. Today, it's like 62% zone rate overall on the day, 80% zone rate on the fastball. The sinker and the four-seamer really pounded the zone today. Like, I think we are going to slowly see him start to iron out some of these kinks. And I think by June or July, we're going to see something that looks a lot closer to the Sandy Alcantara that we're used to.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you guys right now, the whole plan, we knew this for like a good week. I even put the ranking last week saying like, yeah, you're probably not going to start Sandy Alcantara for like a good 14 days because you got the Dodgers. And it's just like, you don't want to start Alcantara against the Dodgers. You just don't want to right now because he's figuring this stuff out and we just don't expect this to work. And even before the ranking, when I did the ranking, it was before the start tonight. And I said, yeah, this is literally because in a week you're going to want to have Sandy Alcantara because he's not going to have the Dodgers right now. And like he's going to be, he still throws hard as you were mentioning here. He's still getting, look at that, 18 inches of run on the changeup, 90 miles per hour. And actually something that's new today for Sandy Alcantara, a much bigger lean on the curve.
Yeah, I saw that.
86 miles per hour. And I'm a huge fan of that, except that you can't do that at a 44% strike rate.
No.
At least he's trying, though. And it wasn't like those were massive mistakes. He just kind of missed a little too much. The thing about that curve is I would think, okay, I'm going to put this 2 ways. One, it's not a big curve. It is actually kind of a 0-0 almost curve. It's like a 0-6 or 6-0, whatever you want to put it, as in like 6 drop and in 0 on the x-axis. If you think 0-0, that's normally what we say for a gyro slider.
Mm-hmm.
So for it to be a curve like that, even though you have a tilted arm angle, it's not really a curve. It's just a slower version of a slider. It's not really that far out movement wise.
Which I'm okay with. I mean, a slower velocity band is nice for him.
Right. And it's also why it's important for me to say that movements like that is because with a bigger one in the lower velocity, you normally just get takes. You would get batters not chasing as much. But I do believe that because it's not that bigger movement, because it's a little bit tighter in it and it's at 85, 86, that's why you see 3 over 18 whiffs on it in this one. And I think there is promise to this if he continues to throw it and actually gets a little bit better feel for it. The real issue I'm seeing at the moment is that he's just not locating at all. Like, the fastball is just, it's just, here you go. And like, no, that's not supposed to be Sandy. Sandy's not supposed to be that at all. He's supposed to be able to look a little bit better with the four-seamers, especially the sinker getting into righties. It's a little bit more out of the plate right now. The four-seamers just kind of go and hit me against lefties. It really bothered me seeing in the corner of my eye on playback, watching them watch this watch this game as I'm finishing the notes, and there's I guess it's Hassan Kim hitting a single to left on a 97-mile-per-hour fastball that was just kind of like middle away. I'm like, what are you doing? That's like the biggest gift you can give a guy like him. So, little things like that drive me nuts, and I think it'll get fixed over time. I will mention we haven't seen Sandy Alcantara be really good for a while.
Sure.
We missed him all of last year, and in 2023 he wasn't good. So 2022 is the last time that we saw Alcantara actually be legit. And I won't rule out the fact that maybe Alcantara isn't actually that great anymore. Maybe he isn't able to spot like he used to. Maybe he isn't as perfect with his secondaries as he was before. So that's still in the back of my mind. It's not an absolute given, but given the entire list at play here, the landscape of pitchers, he's such a clear play. I mean, you can't. I don't know who you're dropping him for, honestly, that you'd rather have in a week or two from now. So I absolutely suggest you hold on to Sandy Alcantara.